Good evening everyone and welcome to session recap 25th of July 2016. My name is Nenad and today we will see Euro dollar, pound dollar, Australian dollar, dollar CAD and dollar New Zealand. As you could have seen, we didn't have so much movement for our previous session recap, but the thing is we are currently in a holiday trading mode, and of course because major banks are also on some holidays and there is a drop of liquidity during summer months, it's normal that we don't see a lot of movement in a forex market. But nevertheless, it's good actually to make some money now and pips, because we don't see huge spikes on the both side of the market. Rather, we see grinding price action that is confined within the range. But of course, money can be made also in ranging markets, because if we see the whole wood instead of the tree, well, then you know that even if on a higher time frame there is range, you can always drop into lower time frames and find a trend. Okay, so before I begin, as always, our standard risk disclaimer explaining that online educational materials are developed by Admiral Markets Estonia for a global audience. To get a corresponding information on charting conditions and every other detail, you should go to admiralmarketsglobal.com, select your country and contact an appropriate entity. A risk disclosure statement stating all possible risks associated with Forex market. By accepting the risk, you're also proceeding further with me. Final part explaining that Admiral Markets UK Ltd takes no responsibility for information accuracy. This is solely my opinion, and this webinar is for informational and educational purposes only. Guys, download Admiral Markets Supreme Edition. Okay, I have already scheduled a webinar next month where I will present new features of Admiral Market Supreme Edition. I really enjoy it, I like it a lot, and it will help you. It has tons of new features, including magnifier, mini chart, where you can actually enjoy multiple time frames in a single window. I will show you on that special webinar how to use it. And don't forget that Admiral Markets is still officially best MT4 broker, guys. Of course, there is currently voting in process for, again, there is voting in UK for the best MT4 broker. So it would be good that you, of course, support us. You will receive an email, okay, with the link, so you can actually vote for the best contributor, analysis, and so on. So let's resume with our risk disclaimer. For all Camarilla MACD setups that are given here on session recaps, you know that you need to give price a breather. It means a breathing room. Enter usually within 15 pips of the predicted level of the zone if it's an agreement with your system. We call it POC or buffer zone. Sometimes, guys, you will see that the price is very close, 1 or 2 pips one or two pips close to the zone, so you can actually enter. You don't need to wait for an exact pip, because sometimes you will see that if the price is close to the zone, it might start to reject. Okay, so if this is the zone, the price drops. Now sometimes you will see it like this. Okay, so pay attention. Or if you use market orders, then be sure to use trailing stop. If you use pending orders, be sure to use profit stops and trailing stops. Use scaling in if you see that the price is dropping within the zone. You can always use scaling in. That's a good way to actually exponentially boost your profits. Respect your stop loss. No matter what, guys, we never ever move our stop loss. It's not just for looking at it. Stop loss should be respected, so don't move your stop loss. Add a spread to your stop loss, or if you're trading from an ECN account, then add at least 2 or 3 pips to your stop loss, because it's very important that you have it. Very important, okay? That will guard against huge losses. We take only one position, guys, either positioner or alternative trade. Positional trades are trend trades. Alternative trades are counter trend trades. First touch of the zone is the most profitable. So as soon as the price enters within the zone, usually that first rejection will give you pips. Position trades are trend. As I said, alternative trades are counter trend trades. Okay? Breakout trades and scalp trade levels are done independently. It's a second entry. Derek is saying he cannot see the screen. Well, I'm sharing the screen. So Derek, I hope that you will see the screen soon. See, there is a risk disclaimer now. I'm going through all bullet points, so you should see the screen. Yeah, Bob is saying the screen is okay. Yep. Now guys, depending on time and volatility, usage of trailing stop is highly recommended. Well, I recommend it after 20 pips of profit, not less. Okay? These setups are valid for today, tomorrow, and sometimes the day after tomorrow. Scalp trades should be done at or very close to important support resistance levels. All these levels are calculated by historical levels and Camarilla. You can add these levels to your system and watch the behavior of price action flow close to the levels, because usually these levels are very powerful. Pay attention to my Twitter updates, and don't forget that pips pool is the maximum available number of pips you could have got on recap entries. Okay? So this is basically what we are currently at. So this is a disclaimer. And past week results, so this is typo, so this should say 18th of July. So July 18, 2016, euro dollar plus 35 or minus 40 pips. Because some traders told me that they have made pips, some traders told me that they have had losses. The truth is that a euro dollar initially rejected from the zone, but that was only the first rejection. Subsequent rejections resulted in a loss. Pound dollar was activated during our live session, and it went 25 pips in profit. Then it showed double top and started to reject. So plus 25 was the maximum number you could have made on pound dollar. Australian dollar was a straight loss. Dollar CAD was plus 55, and Australian dollar New Zealand went totally in accordance with our analysis, and it went 110 pips to the upside. Total pips pool 110 with losses or 185 without losses. So this is the maximum number you could have made. And trade of the week, definitely Australian dollar, New Zealand. Well, this was not, as I said, this was not basically hard to achieve, because I told you a lot of times that I'm really looking into Australian dollar, New Zealand longs. And also today, guys, if you read my analysis, I think that this could go long. It actually rejected, Australian dollar rejected from the resistance, as I said, and now it's close to POC, so we should see probably rejection soon. This was set up for euro dollar. You can see it here, euro dollar setup. This was when we had a webinar. This was the time of our webinar. And here, guys, you see this was where euro dollar trade was initiated. And unfortunately, this was the only chance to get into the entry. And you can see here, guys, that it went to 1048. So it was 3 pips away from our zone. So if our zone is 15 pips, it's 45. So it came to 48, very, very close. And then you see, I hope that you made money. I traded this setup, but I got like 20 pips out of this trade. But still, it was the only chance to go long, because afterward it was sold, okay? So this is the power of POC points. Sometimes you will see that POC will reject the price initially. And you will see that if the trend changes, you will see that POC was the only one that could have rejected the price. So usually when trend changes, POC is the last opportunity to go with the trend. After this, we had a drop on euro dollar. Pound dollar is in downtrend with uptrend correction. That was for the previous week. We had a buy position during our session recap webinar. Guys, it was initiated here, and you can see that it went up initially, then it went down, then it went up, made a triple top and rejection. So pound dollar, I hope that you made money, and because pound dollar rejected 3 times from this resistance before it went down. Emre is asking performance for the previous week. Emre, previous week was maximum 110 to 185 pips. This was the maximum you could have made. Australian dollar was a straight loss because the price dropped to our POC point. Well, it rejected for some small pips, only 10 pip rejection here. You see again POC rejection, but it was not good because Australian dollar turned down. I think it happened after some strong news in Australia. Dollar CAD was a win. Again, guys, watch the power of POC. Watch it. Power of POC, guys. 3080 was sell, and look at this candle, exactly at POC. 3070, yeah, it was 30, yeah, it came to 3080. Then it went in a slight drawdown, but watch it. Actually, 3080 rejection. Watch this. Marubozu candle. But nevertheless, this was again good one. It provided us with 55 instant pips, although it didn't have any continuation. But yet again, this was good. Emre is asking, are these signals for previous week? Yes, these are the signals for previous week, not for this week. And Australian dollar, New Zealand, well, you can see it here, guys. Buy position here. It was initiated. Again, this was the setup that was given on analysis that I did on last Monday, previous Monday, and then I repeated it during webinars. So this was it. Actually, Australian dollar, New Zealand rejected from POC point, giving us, okay, huge potential in pips, and I hope that you really made some money on that. Now, euro dollar, well, you can see there is also continuation in Australian dollar, New Zealand, but now we are actually waiting for another opportunity to go long. I will show that setup during this webinar. So euro dollar is ranging. Well, all pairs are ranging more or less. Possible sell position will come at 1030. 1060 will be stop loss. 0950 is TP. TP2 is 1.0930. Or alternatively, we could initiate a buy position at 1.0930 with stop loss at 1.0895 with a target at 1.0980. Now, why this will happen? I will, I will go now. Let me just open the chart and you will see why I think that this can happen. Just give me a second to open. Okay, here. Okay, let's wait a little bit. Okay, here. And now I will open. I will show you the screen. So here it is, guys, euro dollar here. Okay, this is it actually, euro dollar here. And let's see, euro dollar camera analysis template. Well, here it is. Actually, guys, euro dollar now is in downtrend. If you read my previous interview with Forex Street, well, I said that actually we could see some selling soon, and the euro dollar indeed was good to sell. We can see a buy, but now it's time for sell. 1030 is actually the spot where we could start looking for short trades. If you take a look at this 4-hour time frame, you will see a price action that is a little bit, you see, this could be a giant M. If this is 0.1, this is 0.2, this could be 0.3. 0.2 has already been broken. So if you zoom out here, guys, this looks like M, right? So this is bearish to me now at this point. Although it's ranging, you see, this is now the very important candle. This is maybe the master candle. Although the candle that contains 1, 2, 3, 4 candles within it, it's master candle. We didn't see a master candle breakout, but nevertheless, this is now very, very important candle. Okay, here. This is now the candle that guards every single support and resistance in the meantime. So this is the range. That is why I'm saying, guys, you can always spot in a big range, you can always find some small trends. Now, if you open 15-minute time frame, well, guys, you can see that there is some sort of a downtrend within 5 minutes. If you go to 5-minute time frame, you will also see some uptrend. So you see it's pretty much basic. It's not rocket science, right? If you're familiar with my concept of master candles, you should know that actually this post-Brexit candle that served as a correctional candle, now it's interim support and resistance. If you still remember, and I hope that you do, our master candle lesson, the candle that contains more than 100 pips and the candle that contains more than 4 subsequent candles within it, it's called master candle. So this candle contains 1, 2, 3, 4. It contains more than 50 candles within the body. So this is master candle, guys. You don't need any other indicator for this. This is so clear. This is so good. So these are interim levels of support and resistance. So this is the range. Now watch this range. Within the price, we can see a lot of movement actually. Not a lot of movement per day, but actually this is the range where we could benefit from. So if this is a upper trend line, this can be actually a downward trend line here. And if you connect this, you can actually see that there is a lot of confluence here. Although this trend line is steep, you see there is a lot of confluence here. This EMA will drop down if the price continues to make lower lows. Here you can see a lot of confluence. If you put Fibonacci retracement on 4-hour time frame from, let's say, this spot towards this spot, you will see that 78.6 4-hour this trend line and this EMA will actually give us this. So I hope that this will be the case. So here it is, you see. So it's possible sell position around 1030. So those are the reasons I think that this can happen. Okay, so if the price drops down the drain towards the support, well, guys, this is where we could see rejection. So L3 confluence range. So this is master candle bottom. Well, I think that this could be a good buy trade if you see it. So let's wait for the price action. We have 2 possible setups, so I hope that we will see some action. To be honest, guys, I'm not a big fan of euro dollar. Last couple of months, it's been very slow. I advise you to check my latest video it's a time-lapse video I posted on Twitter, where I actually show you how I traded pound yen and one more pair. You should definitely watch that, because I was really into yen pairs lately. Also Australian dollar, New Zealand. Well, the point is, guys, that euro dollar is not moving that much. So here, guys, I will show you now. This is Twitter, and you can see I say check it out, live trade, showing the use of profit stops. Now, if you click the link, you will actually see how I traded this. You see Camarilla MACD template for trading, and actually here you can see how I did. Okay, because this was a live account, I also, and this is shown publicly, I needed to gray out these entries. I don't want to actually go with public. This is an institutional one. So you see, it's a big range, and now even on 1 minute I protected it with profit stops. So I also put some annotations, guys, so feel free to check it. So that is what I like to see. Pound yen, pound dollar, much better. Australian dollar, New Zealand, much better than these I don't know, euro dollar, even Australian dollar. Well, not a big fan last couple of months. Mostly trades are shifting now towards yen, and yen is seeing some movement, and that is what I like to see. But nevertheless, guys, this is what you should try to look at, and let's see if it will happen. Pound dollar is ranging 32.60, 33.05, 31.00 for sell position. Okay, nothing has changed in my analysis of pound dollar from the previous week. If you remember my analysis on pound dollar, we saw a direct drop from 31.00 for the previous week, and you could make money just by scalping pound dollar to the short side. Again, I hope that you took some trade advices. Well, I actually cannot officially say that I'm giving you advice, but if you read my analysis, then you should know what I'm looking at. Okay, here, guys, actually this is it. Okay, pound dollar rejecting from the top of the right shoulder, and I said for intraday price action, watch for rallies, and this was on July 22nd. So if you went for short trades around 31, you could have made nice pips just by scalping, guys. Check it. Now you can check it now to see what happened after my analysis on July 22nd on 10:44. Every single rally here was sold into, and yes, 30.60 is support, of course. So that means this one, guys, pound dollar should be bought at 30.60 initially. It should be bought initially. Okay, and position sales still the same, 32.60, 33.05, 31 is target price. Emre is asking, how can we make scalping? How can we scalp if you don't have the time? Well, the only thing is to get a robot that will scalp for you based on the strategy, but I don't advise it. Actually, you need to have time for scalping, Emre, because scalping is only if you have time. If you can hide away from your boss on your job, or if you have a free time during the first 3 hours of major session, then you can scalp. Why not? Ron is saying take a day off. Indeed, Ron. Ron is saying take a day off. Well, I can also say press Windows button, hide from your boss. Okay, that is the answer. Hide from your boss. Okay, so actually, you know, guys, if you're very impatient to trade, and you have a very a boss that can be angry at you if you try to trade during your working hours, well, then you should hide from your boss, right? Press the Windows button. Aravinda is asking, what is the good time for scalping? The first 3 hours of each major session, and major sessions are London, New York, Tokyo. The first 3 hours of London, of New York, and Tokyo session are the most profitable time for scalping, Guys, don't forget it. London Open, or the first 3 hours during London, the first 3 hours during New York, and the first 2 hours in Tokyo session. Forget about Wellington. Wellington is a no-no. Well, you have some time. Yeah, Emre, you have some time. Best days for scalping. Well, I prefer everything except for Friday. I don't like Fridays indeed. Now, pound dollar, well, 32.50, of course, guys, a lot of confluence at 32.50, a lot of confluence, nothing has changed. Meanwhile, we have a lot of confluence here, the 50% retracement that is actually very close to EMA 89, H3 short, the historical selling here, head and shoulders previews. So you see, guys, a lot of confluence here. Okay, here, and well, I think it could reject. I think it could reject from this region. How well, guys? Do you see the same what I see? Watch this. This is historical price action, guys. Watch this. 5th of July, straight from this zone. Here, selling. Here, initial selling. Here, selling, selling, selling. Well, selling, 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 and yeah. I think this can be a good sell into. Adel is asking Aussie New Zealand. Well, yeah, I could go with a small entry now on Aussie New Zealand. Buy trade, small trade. Well, yes. Selling is getting weak, Wishwas is saying. Indeed, because this is support now. But you can see this is a range, you see? This is still some sort of a range. So here initially, I think that initially, if this, of course, if price action hits this zone initially, it will give you sell. But as I always say, the first rejection is the most important. And of course, 3060 could give us some long opportunities here. So this is the range play we are going to have. Okay? So 3260, initial rejection, the first one, or buy 3060. Australian dollar is also ranging mode. Watch for CPI on Wednesday. Okay, CPI, consumer price index, watch for it. Position buy 74.20, 73.90 stop, 74.90 TP, or sell at 75.10. So Australian dollar here, guys, you see this looks like a bullish price action indeed, because you can also see that it's being bought into. So what I think is, guys, that 74.20.30 could give you some pips. Yeah, definitely here, confluence 74.50, even 74.50 could be good. So yeah, pay attention to it, guys. 74.50, yeah, it's close now, but that is why I'm saying it's end of day. I would still like a little bit more of retracement. I would really prefer a little bit deeper retracement. Okay. Yeah, this is 74.50 definitely. So pay attention to both 74.50 and 74.20. Okay. I will correct this. So 74.20 to 50. Pay attention, guys. I would prefer it a little bit lower, towards 74.20. But because we have a trend line now in confluence with Fibonacci, we might see rejection from 50. So pay attention, guys. And sell at 75.10, definitely, again, strong historical rejection from 75.10. you have a lot of confluence here, and this is the range. So here, guys, if we see it at 75.10, I think we could see some sell. Later on Wednesday, I think Wednesday morning, it will RBA will make an announcement, or actually there will be news, yeah, about CPI, Consumer Price Index, that will move the price. So I advise you to stay away, but if you want to trade after it or before it, go ahead. Dollar CAD is in uptrend correction. 30.25 is buy position, 29.75 stop. These are targets. Or alternatively sell 34.05, 34.50 stop loss, 32.25. Okay, so dollar CAD. Let me find it. You see strong intraday price action, and here also. So yeah, we want to see actually a deeper retracement. Now if we think that retracement has started, well, you will see that there is a lot in these POCs. 30.25, guys. Actually, we need to use the double bottom here. So here, okay, 61.8. Previous double bottom, historical support, historical buyers, 61.8 L4, and you see this is where I will look to buy, guys. 30.25. Ilya is saying look at daily one, 31.90. It's too, I don't like shallow retracements, Ilya. Yes, I know what you are implying, probably here, yes, as a retest. But I don't look at this daily candle. I don't like a 30 pip pullback after such a strong daily candle. See, it's a strong daily candle. So maybe you would take 31.90 for a scalp trade. But for positional trade, no. For positional trade, it's always best to wait for a bigger pullback. So for positional trade, I will wait for this. No matter what. I will buy into 30.20 if it drops. I'm thinking about even making a pending order there. But you can see why I think that. It would be much, much better. But as I say, 31.90 could give you some short-term opportunities for scalps. And 34.05 is a sell position. 34.05 here, guys. You see, triple top here. So why not to sell again? I think that if the price gets here, it's also confluence with H5. So yes, I will trade 30.20 and this resistance here. I want to sell here or buy there. Finally, Australian dollar, New Zealand. You see Australian dollar, New Zealand. This is time to buy now. Go with 0.8% risk if you trade now. Okay, so this is it actually, 0.8% of a risk. 0.670, 0.630, 0.770. It's basically my analysis from today. I changed nothing since I published the analysis. So if you want a bit deeper insight, please read my today's analysis, technical analysis, Australian dollar, New Zealand, close to resistance but bullish. Here it is, guys. So this is POC. That is, it's within the zone now. So if you want to trade it, go ahead and don't be afraid to use low risk, guys. Low risk always. It will safeguard you against bad trades. So this is it. And let's wait. I will roll the slides again, and you will be able to ask me questions after I roll the slides again. Okay, so questions please. Here it is. Now questions. Ron is asking, how do you remember any analysis? Do you watch all day charts? How many trades do you take at one day? I forget my trade ideas. Ron, a very, very difficult question. Of course I remember all my analysis because I do it. I cannot forget what I do. If I forget about the entry, that is why I use Alarm Manager on Admiral Markets to give me the alarm when my trade will activate. I put a price level or bar breakout, whatever, and that is what reminds me of my trade. How many trades? It depends. Session recap trades and analysis trade, usually 3 or 4 per week, and I tend to make more trades if I go with my EQ method. So it depends. Because this is my profession, I have the time to watch charts all day. So no problems. New Zealand dollar. And yes, Ron, you should not forget your trade ideas. If you forget your trade ideas, that means that you are not taking it seriously. Please use Alarm Manager, or just try to put some trend lines in the case you forget. So trend lines will remind you that you should enter at the price level. Ilya is asking for New Zealand dollar. Well, Ilya, obviously this is, yeah. On daily, it's at support. See, this is support on daily. And it means it's a strong support here. 4 hour is going nowhere. And 1 hour is actually still in the range. So New Zealand dollar, in my opinion, is not so good to trade at this point. Daily is at support, and 4 hour and 1 hour time frame simply don't show retracement. So I'm not sure that you can find anything interesting here. Ankit is asking, Lucas is asking how to make a screenshot. Just press a print screen button and you should make a screenshot. Ilya is commenting, Kiwi is nearly parallel to Australian dollar. Well, both are commodity currencies. AUD is hard commodity currency. New Zealand dollar is soft commodity currency based on dairy prices mostly. Emre is asking, Nenad, how many pips you can recommend us for scalping? It depends from a system of a system. You can scalp with 5 pips that I don't recommend, and you can scalp with 15 pips and more. So it depends. I usually take, if I scalp, between 10 and 20 pips. Short look on gold, Sorin is asking. Of course, gold usually appreciates during risk off, and here you will see that actually it's, well, this is now probable spot to sell into. So yeah, this could be a sell on gold initially. See, it's close to this zone actually. So this could be the zone to sell into initially. Yeah, euro dollar down, gold down, that's it. So this could be soon a sell. That is soaring, so I would be looking to sell here. Dollar yen. We could see some buying soon because these are all levels to buy into now. Yeah, I think we could see some buying. See here, L4 support, historical buyers, 78.6. So here we could see some buying. Adel is asking the trade of the week, Australian dollar, New Zealand. That was the trade of the week. Next question, Ilya. He's saying, yeah, well, of course, we need to go with time, and I really need to watch charts all day, because if I hadn't been paying close attention to charts, I wouldn't have posted any of these setups or analysis. Ilya is asking where to short New Zealand. Well, I really don't like how it looks, but initially, Ilya, you could try to short it. Yeah, even on 1 hour time frame, it doesn't give a substantial retracement. Let's go with a little bit more deeper retracement. Yeah, this could be the level, 70.07. This could be the level. Okay. Next question. Next question is, can you show the slides? Yes, as soon as I finish with presentation, I will show the slides. Can we sell euro dollar now? No, I don't. I'm not selling it. If you want to scalp, then try to be a little bit patient. Here we could see some probable short-term setups, but now euro dollar is retracing. It's retracing, so it could hit our POC. Emre, what do you think for yen pairs? Well, I need to see Tuesday price action, because we might see some correction on equities during the night, so equities will probably give us next movement on yen pairs. I need to wait, so tomorrow I might come up with yen pair analysis. I will choose from the best. New Zealand dollar CAD, interesting pair, Nafisa. New Zealand dollar CAD. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's going up. This is uptrend, but still in some form of correction on higher time frames. So it needs to break and close above this level here, that is 0.9244. 4 hour needs to close above this, Nafisa. If it closes above this level, this could spike towards H4, but be aware that this is still a correction in downtrend. So this is still a correction in downtrend. So look to go long if it closes above H3. So 4 hour candle should close above H3. And look to go short here at these levels. So this is a quick analysis, but it seems that you can really go short here. Aravinda is asking, in Fibonacci levels, what is the most important level, 50 or 61.8? In my opinion, 61.8 is more important, but I prefer 78.6 and 88.6. Of course, 50, 61.8 and 78 and 88.6 are also very good levels, but I prefer 78 and 88.6. Please review dollar CAD. Did you say 3280 potential top, or it was 3380? Dollar CAD is actually, this is it. alternative sell. So this is the resistance. Martin, I would sell at 34.05. Stop loss here. So 34.05. Okay, here. This was the setup for dollar CAD. Emre is asking, can I start scalping if it goes up? No, Emre, be patient. Now it's end of day, so there won't be much movement. Okay, so there can be some profit taking, whatever. There is not a strong trend now. So please be patient. Don't rush in scalping trades. If you have had some losses, wait patiently for momentum. Why would you scalp now? Next question, let's see. Sean Badger, thank you, sir. 95 pips on New Zealand. You are welcome, Sean. Okay, here is Sean is saying he actually made good money with Australian dollar, New Zealand, and well, that's great. Actually, that's great. Next question. Okay, let's see, a lot of questions. Peron, TP for 2 MACD double stochastic systems, yes. Try to take in between 10 and 20 pips, sometimes you will have more. Adel is saying my fault was dollar CAD. Why, Adel? If you traded it, you should make some profits. Pound yen, as I say, we might see some change in equities during the night, so I'm careful about yen. Generally, at this time, it looks bearish, but you see it's at support, so it might start to go up. Okay, it's still bullish overall. Intraday price action was bearish, but you see now this is pennant, bullish pennant, so this could actually go up. So please don't think that this can easily proceed down. This looks like it could reject to the upside. Lucas is asking, can I roll the slides? Of course, Lucas, I will, for sure. Euro yen is also at support, so I am not selling it. I would wait for either a buy setup or sell, but this, I don't see the point now here that the price is very, very, very much ranging. Okay, so it's ranging a lot. Nafisa, Euro New Zealand. Euro New Zealand is also in uptrend correction because you see there was a huge drop on daily time frame. Here, this is a huge drop, and now this hasn't been closed yet, so this is retracement. You see, you had your chance to sell here. This was actually a good spot to sell. Watch this. This is bearish order block here. Watch this rejection. Watch this. This is what you should look at. Watch this. Very important. And now we might see upside until this level. It should be sold. So for you, Euro New Zealand, I would sell here. I would sell here. Yes, I will roll the slides again. Amer, which system do you recommend to scalp? Well, there are some reviews on Admiral Markets YouTube channel. I did some reviews on scalping systems and methods. So pay attention. For starters, yes. My own method double MACD stochastic. You can find it on YouTube. Okay, now the slides, guys, and I hope that it helps. So let's see what will happen. Euro dollar, pound dollar, Australian dollar, dollar CAD, Australian dollar, New Zealand, and that's it. Do you have any more questions, guys? I will be glad to answer. So if you don't have any further questions, we might assume that everything is clear. I wish you to take good care trading, and I hope that we will make money from these setups. Adel, thank you for your kind words, and everyone, Jay, Sean, Perron, Ron, and so on. Yes, tomorrow I will come up with new analysis, and pay attention now to these setups. Australian dollar, New Zealand is currently in buy position. Stops is in place, and we will see what will happen. I hope that we will make some pips. And thank you for listening, for your questions. And don't forget that I'm here to help you. Yeah, I will post on Forex Factory too these setups, indeed. And enjoy, guys. Talk to you soon. Cheers.